So my name's Kevin Kuhlman and I teach here at Holland Christian High School, here in my classroom, room 268, where I've come to call this place home. But at this point in the year, it gets to be a challenge. The struggle that I was really finding, especially with teaching almost all seniors, was motivation, or better, a lack of motivation towards the end of the year. Seems like over the past 12 years that I've been teaching, we hit spring break and then it's like an absolute struggle to get anything else out of these kids.
Hey! We got 3 minutes. We got like 3 minutes left in class yet! We're gonna wait by the door.
They've been accepted to school, or they understand what they're gonna do career-wise afterwards, and whatever I've tried, whether that be a book or a writing assignment or a video project or anything along those lines, seems to have fallen short. I love teaching seniors. I love their energy. I love who they are. And I've really enjoyed this end of the year time as well, as it seems to be that struggle between running the race all the way to the end and also encouraging them as it is time. They've run this race for 13 years of Christian education and are off to places like Dort and the University of Michigan and Stanford and wherever else it is that God calls them. My idea for this year was to end this time with the digital storytelling project. I really loved what I did in my Ed 508 class, where I got to create a book trailer for Sherry Turkle's Alone Together. I had my students earlier in this semester, when I first started this project, create book trailers as a way of them coming through and starting with digital storytelling projects. They did fabulous work on Screwtape Letters and creating book trailers for that project there. They loved it, and it gave me a whole lot of encouragement moving forward here. We've now been resting through this semester as I've been working on this project in this idea of story. It is so largely centered on who we are. As I think about Christ's story and the death and resurrection, which we just recently celebrated and walked through together, I'm reminded again of how much story impacts our lives. I want my students to feel equipped to share their story, and I want them to have fun and be engaged in something that really matters. And so I presented a whole outline of what they need to do for their digital storytelling project, where they can show how they too plan on being the hands and feet of Christ. The story isn't due for a couple of weeks yet here as our semester still goes on, and part of this project is to encourage them to be engaged all the way through the end of the semester. I've been super encouraged, like I said, about the book trailers that my kids have created already. Journey with us as we take a look at how do we combat this lack of motivation that seems so prevalent. I don't believe that my students are all entitled, that they're spoiled, that they're part of this millennial generation, that they can't learn if it's not something that is this. I think they can, and they just need to be inspired to have the right belief and the right mindset moving forward. And digital storytelling is one that they seem to have really bought into. Thanks, friends.